Craig or I, or GCCrypto, went live for our first IRL event on Tuesday. Massive shout out to OKX for sponsoring this event, and we have many planned events in IRL across Australia in the coming months and into 2026. So it's a super exciting time. So any of you who are coming out to us and supporting us throughout this journey, we very much appreciate you, and we really hope that you enjoy this raw footage today from our IRL event, as I said 2 nights ago in Brisbane. Lots of alpha. As always, if you want to watch us live every single day, you can watch us on Kick under GCCrypto, or you can watch us here on YouTube as well. I hope you enjoy this one.
We are GCCrypto, which is basically Greeny and Craig. And first, I just want to say a massive shout out to people from obviously GTG or people who watch our stream every day. Thank you so much for coming. We truly do appreciate it.
Yeah, we found each other kind of by mistake, which I think is kind of sometimes the best way to kind of form an alliance. So Greeny and I were kind of, trading, not together, but we found ourselves in the same group chats, and, you sort of, I got into it in 21, Greeny was earlier than that, so Greeny was a cycle before me, so he's been, even though I'm the old man of the group, he's the old man in crypto, but you sort of, after being in the industry a little while, if I can call it that, you start to recognise how people operate, the words they use, the things they do, the way they move, if they have the best intentions in heart for the people they're speaking to. And Greeny was, not to blow smoke up his butt too much, but he was one of those people that I quite quickly recognised as one of those people, and I like to think of myself as one of those people. So then, we spoke about it for quite some time. We said, hey man, we should get streaming together. And I didn't take action. Greeny's the action taker of the group. I'm the procrastinator. And then about a year later, I think it was about a year later after we first did it, we sort of thought, let's just bloody do this. And we just got streaming and had a good chemistry, and the weirdest thing was people actually tuned in, which you never know whether, I came from a totally different background. Greeny was a teacher, I was a personal trainer for a long time. Not a group fitness instructor, so I'm not used to holding one of these. I was one-on-one, so this is a bit weird, but yeah, we came from very different backgrounds, but I think both of us, I was PT, so I wanted to help people. Greeny, I'm going to assume, was a teacher because he wanted to help people. And we found this crypto thing by mistake, and we started streaming. And I think my lucky stars, I found a half decent human to do this with, because along the journey, there's definitely people with bad intentions in the space. So that was we sort of fell into this by mistake, and then it just never really stopped.
And I suppose to build on that, like what we actually do, and for maybe people who haven't seen us before, we just live stream at 9 AM every single day in Australia, which is conveniently 7 PM in America. So we have a big following across the globe, thousands of viewers now that tune in daily to our show. It started, as Craig said, and we talked about before, way back in 2023 with literally about 10 to 20 viewers. So it's come a long way, and then obviously more recently, we wouldn't be here without our partnership with OKX, so massive shout out to them. And obviously, we partnered actually with another platform, Yeet, and GTG, the trading group that we're both part of, and a few community members are here tonight as well. So thank you to those guys who have shown up. But yeah, it's been a journey, and I suppose we might touch a little bit around what we kind of usually do on our show. So mainly macro sort of focus, from BTC, from ETH, from Solana, to absolute degenerate sort of stuff. So altcoins, meme coins, airdrops, NFTs, ordinals, Craig, which, that's a conversation we'll save for another time. But yeah, we basically cover everything, because I think for us, crypto is opportunity, and it's a lot of volatility, right? That market price action, I'm very technical analysis based, and you've learned to become technically gifted as well. So as you see here on the screen, we've got a range of different charts that we always like to refer to basically in our daily show and in the GTG community is just understanding it from a macro sense, so that you can form a bias on a low time frame sense. And I know a lot of people want to chase 100x meme coins, but the realistic perspective that we like to take is that wealth takes a long time to build, and it's about consistent processes, a consistent trading plan, and compounding your knowledge, not only your portfolio, but compounding your knowledge over time, so that when you get to a difficult decision, when you're super euphoric or you're super, like in recent times where we've seen a bit of a pullback, where you're like, well, is this a weak trade and is this going to run it back, or is this something I should cut and save that liquidity for a better sort of opportunity? So that's what we really focus on, really, and we dive into a range of different sort of indicators. So maybe you can discuss some of those ones there too.
Yeah, I thought maybe I'd just zoom out a touch as well. And one of the other reasons we sort of got together before we get into the technical stuff was I remember when I first got into the space and, you know, being a fresh guy or girl, it was very intimidating. And I remember going into the Discord groups and, you know, it was quite a macho, male-dominant space at that time, and it probably still is. But I remember even being a male in the space and being like, holy crap, this is quite like intense and like was quite scary, and I never sort of forgot that, and it reminded me of, you know, when people first started in the gym, it's a very scary thing to walk in for the first time, and sort of crypto reminded me of that. So I thought, well, one of the ways I can give back to the world, I always wanted to, you know, leave some, maybe not a legacy, but leave in a better place, is, you know, help the people, you know, do better than when I first started, because obviously I had to learn through pain. Most of us had to learn through pain, unfortunately, but I hope through education and teaching through my mistakes the roads I travelled on, hopefully I could help people or other people avoid those pitfalls, which I know Greeny's very much the same.
Yeah. Our goal has always been to fast track your journey, and again, like Craig said, I've been in this industry since 2016, and I've had a lot of look, I've made a lot of mistakes. I've been scammed a lot of money. I've had a lot of failures, but I've had a lot of wins along the way, which a lot of people can relate to in the crowd. But my goal and our goal has always been is to help fast track your understanding, your knowledge, so that you don't fall into the same mistakes that I did for 7 years. So it's like, okay, let's fast track your journey so it's not this long-winded journey and you've missed probably one of the best opportunities maybe of our generation at this point in time. So again, just to dive into some sort of trends that we love to discuss, as I said before, like we do take a big macro look, and that one bottom left is basically the accumulation of whales and how many whales are currently owning 100 plus more Bitcoin. And as you can see, I used to use the $1,000 plus Bitcoin ownership. That literally is unattainable really these days. So this is a much more reliable indicator of whales, and what we've seen is for the first time it's aggressively gone up since about 2014. So it just shows you that institutions are buying, it's showing you that hedge funds are buying, it's showing you that countries are buying. So this has really changed my perception of at least Bitcoin and the industry of crypto, right? As a sub $4 trillion market cap industry, like, man, 50 trillion, 100 trillion, who knows, in the years to come. Then we love, well, we actually interview a few people as well. It's probably a good point to discuss as well, Craig. You can touch on that, but bottom left down there.
Yeah, so I mean, one of the coolest things we get to do on the stream is obviously invite like-minded people, whether they're builders, whether they're yeah, that's a good one. We've got a few other influencers, things like that. We've got Betty down the bottom right. She is the creator of Fellas, which is a NFT collection. She's a Australian. She's Sunny Coast, I believe. So we've had her on stream. So one of the cooler things, one of the things that I personally always wanted to do was give a voice to the builders of the space, to the artists, because what I found was, especially on X, for people that are familiar or use X a lot, which I do, because that's where all the crypto stuff is generally, was a lot of people in our position tended to focus on clickbait type stuff, whereby it was just controversy and not a lot was being taught. It was just a lot of what I consider trash, or nothing that you really, it's just Jerry Springer for those people old enough to remember what that show was like. So I decided, before I met Greeny, I wanted to be able to have a platform whereby I could elevate. I was always into art. I'm not an artist, I'm hopeless with it. That's why I put it on me. I can't draw, but I like it on me. My wife's not about it, but I wanted to give artists a voice, I wanted to give devs a voice. They typically get quite quiet on the loud ones, so I was like, look, let me help you. So that's one thing I'm really proud of, is that we've curated a space now where we can get these people on who perhaps get drowned out by the shillers and the people that come on saying, look, it said 1,000x today, and most people just get rinsed and lose money.
But I think to add to that point, what really makes us appealing compared to a lot of maybe shows out there is that we're Australian. And unless I'm missing a big show, there's no Australians that you see consistently out there putting out content that's educational, but also interviewing some of the top people in the world. So it's an absolute privilege, as Craig said, to have conversations that enlightens us as well, let alone the crowd that get to view our show. So we'll move on to anything else.
I mean, one thing I would bring up about that is one of the things Greeny was alluding to there was just some really good, well, I consider them good, and obviously we never want to say it's financial advice, but some really good indicators. And I think one of the main things we try and teach, educate, or some of the pitfalls that I wasn't appreciative of back in 21 was some really simple indicators, like things like TA, which I know some people will be like, oh, that's no, each to their own, but over time you may learn to appreciate, maybe not, everyone's got their different flow or different way of trading. But I wanted to show people, Greeny and I wanted to show people that it doesn't need to be overwhelming, it doesn't need to be scary, and I think a lot of people in the outside world, normies you might call them, or whatever you want to call them, just one of the blockages is it's scary, and to put up your hand and say I don't understand something's scary for most people, right? Myself included. So we wanted to try to educate, but in a simple layman's way terms, that we weren't just throwing out jargon just to sound smart. And that was probably the hardest part, was actually we needed to actually understand this.
Yeah, 100%. And as we said, we've both been through a journey, but the beautiful part is, like, being on a live stream it's super interactive. So we have a chat, right? And many people will chat to us throughout the show, and it's really funny. Sometimes the most active the chat is, it's not even a crypto topic. It's about healthcare, or it's about
taxes, workouts or something.
Yeah, so it's beautiful because we can talk about normal topics, we can talk about crypto topics, and engage with people who have layman questions right there on the spot, so they can get a response from us straight away. And I think that's the beautiful part of it as well.
And also, hopefully, we can encourage more Australians to get into the space. Obviously, we're very American dominated. I mean, Greeny would know our stats better. What our viewer stats? What is it?
Yeah, it's like 30% American, 5 to 10% Australian.
So very small. So we'd love to grow the Australian market. I mean, I come into the space thinking this is freedom for me. That's one of the reasons I got into crypto. I love what it stands for. So for me, I guess it's a little bit personal as well. It's not just finance. For me, it's more than that. And I know that can sound so cheesy, but it's the truth. And I think you probably feel the same way. I think it's a vehicle to the biggest chance of a life raft we have that I've seen. I remember the .com bubble. I was too young to take advantage of it, unfortunately. And then I saw crypto come around, and I was like, oh, I reckon I get another go at this.
Yeah. Are we 6:15 or are we 6? Easy. Just because it depends on the flow. Yeah, easy. Okay, well, thank you. We will do a Q&A, so please, if you start thinking about some questions you might have, it can be anything. Anything we can, if it's an ordinal, we can talk about that, even though you probably don't want to talk about that right now. But yeah, anything we can talk about, so start thinking, and we do have merch giveaways thanks to OKX as well, with a partnership from us today. Stu wanted us to really talk about trading psychology, because I think this is something that at least I personally deal with, being the founder of GTG, which is the trading group that we both are in, and shout out to a few members, Aussies, who he is one of the traders as well, and Ren and a few other people around, Ryan as well, and Co, so thanks so much for joining. But I think the biggest lesson that I've learned is that you have to be adaptable over time with trading, and particularly in crypto, because it's just so volatile, right? And while being adaptable, you need to then have an absolute foundational sort of reliant plan that you execute when the times are hard and when the times are good. Because as we've seen more recently, I know a lot of people have been coming to us and saying our backs are down 50%, like, oh, this meme coin, it hasn't pumped, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, did you have a plan going into that trade or into that investment opportunity? And we're always like, well, we sort of, again, not financial advice, but these are some of the things that we've learned through our own journey that we like to try and execute this time around, being Craig's second cycle and my third cycle, where we want to walk away profitable, right? That's the goal of what we are basically all trying to do, right? So some of those sort of topics that we talk about every single day is like, if you don't take profits, someone else will. And I think that's a big one for me. And it is hard, because obviously as you grow a bit of an influence as well, people, particularly on crypto Twitter, on YouTube and all that, do like to throw a bit of shade our way. But at the end of the day, if you don't take profit, someone else will, and that's reality. So that's a conversation we like to have pretty frequently. Cutting a weak trade, I spoke about that earlier, and accepting that you will lose. No one wins 100%. So we know that, I acknowledge that, I'll say right here, I don't win 100%, and I lose money, but that's the journey of making money, is accepting that you will lose your trades as well. I've mentioned wealth building is about consistency and compounding earlier as well, and maybe you can finish on the last room.
Yeah, let me just see if I can flow from here. This is Greeny's runners, the fans of the trade event. Yeah, so I mean, basically what to flow from Greeny was saying is you've got to have a plan when you're trading, and that's something that I think we lacked when I first got started. And that's actually one of the things that I learned through Greeny quite a lot. One of the main ones on there with Greeny actually mentioned was knowing when to cut a weak trade. That's probably one of the hardest things for me, because it's almost admitting failure. We were wrong, but very important to do. So what we were up to is obviously plan the trade the plan, and then stick to the plan. So it's one thing to make a plan, but you've actually got to stick to it. That's the next part. The next part. So the next thing to kind of train yourself to do is obviously sell euphoria and buy fear. That's one of the tougher things to do. Obviously, you want to zoom out and look at the macro market and make sure when you're buying the fear, it's not fear that's going to turn into more fear and more fear and more fear and more fear. So there is a little bit to it. But certainly training your mind that when you feel euphoric, or you start calling up your friends telling them how much money you just made, so probably take some profit at that point. Anytime you're bragging, take some profit, and these are all things I learned from.
I mean, we're all guilty of that.
Yeah. So
even me 3 weeks ago, I was guilty of that. So.
Yeah. So I still make mistakes, but these are things to stay close to your heart. So obviously, buy the fear, sell the greed. So we're in fear at the moment. Could be an opportunity. And then probably the last one is probably one of the more important ones, if I could highlight that. For me personally, this has worked out really well, and that's take profits at a 2x. So you'll see a lot of people that you can be easily influenced online, and if you were to jump on Twitter, you'd believe that everyone was a gazillionaire and everyone was hitting million X's, and I can assure you they're not, because that's why they're still there. But they hit a million X, they'd be outright on island. And they're not. And the amount of traders that I was trading with in 22 and 23 that are no longer there because they didn't take profit. And some of these guys were in their early 20s and turned, I mean, I know one guy who turned on Pepe. He got into it under $1 million market cap. He turned 1 ETH into about 50 million, which is a lot of money for someone under 30. He did take profit though, so that's a good news story. But there's a lot of people that didn't do that. I don't have a story as good as that, unfortunately for me, but I definitely had stories where I didn't take profit and I got severely hurt. So now what I tend to do is I plan my trade. As soon as it hits a 2x, my initials come out, and then the rest is a free ride. It's on the house from there. So once you're playing with house money, you tend to also trade better because emotions lessen. You've got your initials house, so your house money's back in your little kitty, and then you can go to Valhalla. You can go for the 1000x from there, or at a 3x you can say, right, I'm going to take another 30%. Basically, everyone's got a different plan, and I don't want to speak for anyone here and say you should do this or that, but certainly taking profit at a 2x is probably a strategy that...
Yeah, particularly on the riskier side of the market is more the issue there. Like, I mean, again, not financial advice, it's always, look, there are long-term investments, there's short-term investments, there's high-risk aspects to your portfolio, there's low-risk aspects to your portfolio. If you don't have a trading plan, you're gambling. It's pretty much as simple as that, and that's what we try and educate around every single day. I think we'll open it up to the floor and we'll give some merch away, but our contact details are up there. So again, the link tree just basically has all of our partnership deals, and I mean, if you watch our content and clip it, you actually can get paid from us as well. So that's an incentive that we have on there as well. So you can check us out there at GCCrypto, the link tree. But again, if you want to send us an email or reach out over X, or watch us live, we're live on YouTube or Kick every single day. Abstract, we won't talk about that, it's very niche. But yeah, Kick is probably a really good place to go because that's a streaming platform. You can follow us there for free, and same as YouTube and watch us there. So that's probably it. But I think we'll open up to the floor now. And how many do we have? We have 4. Excellent. Okay. So we have 4 giveaways, or 4 merch giveaways. Sorry.